This is not an easy time for anybody. It's not an easy time for parents and for kids. And so giving us all a little bit of space to, get centered, to sort of say out loud, this is not easy, to share with each other frustrations. I think that's really important.
Coming out of this homeschooling and kids being so isolated, I think it's important that parents keep an eye on the balance in academics and social emotional well-being.
One of the most important things is for parents to think about how to have some structure and routine. And kids can stay up a little bit later. They can sleep in a little bit, but there should be still some sense of routine, some set of household rules, and it's age dependent, of course. The other part of it is really summer learning that is child-centered and child-driven as much as possible. So we always say summer learning is not summer school. You don't have to teach your child trigonometry and advanced chemistry. You want to foster their interests, support their learning, make sure they have access to materials.
I'm recommending that they sit with their kids and come up with a list of activities, things that the kids want to engage in throughout the course of the summer. And then kids have a list that they can choose from. And so when they're saying, I'm bored, I don't have anything to do, that the parents can help them to select something from the list that they've already created.
Have your child engaged in activities that they think are fun and they don't think of as homework or summer school. Let's say your kid generally talks about like an interest in the ocean. Well, find a YouTube video about humpback whales, right? And then depending on the age of your child, go from the video of humpback whales to like a National Geographic site that explains whales. But you have to believe that all kids have this beautiful natural curiosity. And so, spending some time to sort of explore what that is and then plan around it usually bears fruit. The other thing to also think about is physical activity. And depending on where you live and, kind of what access you have, getting outdoors in the summer months is obviously important. I know where I live in Salem, the school playgrounds are still closed. But there's definitely, online activities for like yoga for kids in your living room, right? Or meditation for kids in your living room.
I think so many kids have become so isolated during this period of time, and schools are all about collaboration and collaborative learning. Try and find activities that are motivating. Maybe, creating a pen pal system with other kids that they haven't been able to see. Or forming some sort of a virtual book club with other kids whose company they really enjoy. Finding ways to include socialization in the academics now, I think, is really important.
We have to be creative. We're going to try some things that don't work out, but we sort of have to just keep coming back to the fact that our kids need us more than ever. This summer, they don't have access to their peers. Their life is upended. They may be scared by what they're seeing on the news, and so being there for them is not easy, but is more important than ever. And sometimes, begin and end the day with a hug and a kiss, and just let your kid know that you love them and that you're going to get through this together. And one day schools will open up again, and that'll be a good day.